So the Masters of the Universe trailer dropped the other day, and it has caused a bit of controversy in the world. We might talk about that a bit later on, but this is mainly about the images that have now been released since the trailer. And it actually answers one of the questions I had of the trailer. So we're going to have a look at them now. So I've got them on another phone here. I'm trying to be a bit more smart of it. I'm going to show you pictures of what you can see, but this is just what I can see now. So if we look at Adam and He-Man together, I mean, as Adam, it looks great. Obviously, they're trying to make it more modern, because obviously he's going to be in the real world, not just in Eternius, but they've kept the colour tone of the original Prince Adam. So obviously Prince Adam in the He-Man cartoon show always wore the pink cardigan. It's like a white long sleeve t-shirt. With this, they've given him a long sleeve pink shirt, and underneath he's got like a white t-shirt, and he's wearing jeans and just like boots. And I think it looks great. It's the best way they could have done it without it looking ridiculous, especially because it's the real world, like real modern world, to keep that colour scheme going. I thought that was brilliant. I think well done for them for doing that. Now, my initial problem with He-Man is that his upper torso is too small. Like the rest of him looks fine, it's just the upper torso. Obviously, it's going to take a lot for a man to get in that shape. I mean, things like professional wrestlers, professional bodybuilders, it takes them years and ridiculous diets and ridiculous training regimes to get like that. Like the Schwarzenegger physique, like the old school Schwarzenegger physique, that would have been perfect for this film, but it's just hard to do. And to try and find an actor that looks the part and can play the part well, and then get him to look like that, it's taking the mick a little bit. So I get why they've got the actor they've got now to do it. Otherwise, they're going to go for someone else that might not act the way they want to act, because this is going to be essentially a movie for a family movie, so it's like kids are going to watch it as well. So you need someone who's going to act and draw the kids in, and I think he'll do that. He's got that look about him. He's like a good looking lad, and everyone's going to be sort of like loving the sort of the look of him. And the more I see it, the less of a problem I have. I mean, he's not ever going to be that, is it? Let's be honest with you. That here, I'll try and show you. It's like knocking everything over, which we'll probably end up with. But yeah, I mean, to get that physique, as you can see, it's like near impossible, isn't it? You're not going to be able to find that anywhere. But I still think it looks pretty good. And I said, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it looks too small. Was the first reaction I had. But now the more I look at it, I said, do you know what? It ain't too bad. So now we're going to Teela. Now, Teela, I think she looks brilliant. Whoever this actress is playing, and I recognise for saying it's going to bug me, is she the girl from Riverdale? I don't know. Anyway, so she looks really good in the outfit and that, and apparently she's quite a good actress as well. I would love to see it one scene where she's got her hair up with that sort of tiara thing on, just to see it for one split second of the scene. It doesn't have to be the whole way through, it's a little bit of the scene. But I've got no qualms with her, the way she looks. Next, we'll have a look at Man-at-Arms. Now, he, obviously been played by Idris Elba. There has been a bit of criticism about the racial swap, because obviously Man-at-Arms in He-Man is a white guy. In the original action figure, he doesn't have a moustache, but in the cartoon he has a moustache, and everyone's a bit like, oh, I'm not sure about that. Now, I don't think they've picked him to be like a race swap just for the sake of having a race swap, because they need more black people in it. I think they just found a good actor to portray that part. And Idris Elba can play military parts really well, and that hardened, grizzled, sort of like been through it sort of character, he can do that really well, which is kind of what Man-at-Arms is. He's a classic war hero, like a war soldier. So I understand why they went that route for Idris Elba, because it kind of works. I'm hoping we're going to see that in this. The only thing I didn't like about it is we see him smiling too much. And why he did smile in the cartoon as well, he wasn't like the most miserable guy on the planet or anything like that. He was actually quite an upbeat guy, not a dad type guy. But if he's going to battle, he should be the hardened soldier professional, not enjoying it so much. That's just my only criticism I got. But then in the trailer, we only see a glimpse of him in the trailer. It could be a reason he's smiling away like that. He could have seen something we don't know. As far as the outfit goes, it's pretty much there to Man-at-Arms. It does look a bit cartoony in ways. I mean, it could be better, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Now we've got Robboto, I think his name is, and that to me looks nothing like the version of it we see in Master of the Universe, the cartoon. It could be an interesting character, but I'm not going to say much about it, because I don't really know much about it. I can't remember that character being in it much at all. For some reason they picked him for this one. I thought Ram Man would be more at the front, because I remember in the cartoon he was more... But, I mean, he's going to be in the film. We've seen a slight clip of him somewhere in the movie, but whether or not we get much of him, I don't know. Who else have we got on here? Beastman. Now, if this is the image of Beastman we get, this is fantastic. I mean, it doesn't 100% look like Beastman, but it looks enough like it to be good. It's obviously going to be hard to make it 100%, but That is pretty creepy looking. It's just this big sort of hulking, almost like an evil Wookiee looking thing. But I like it, and it could be quite cool. Now let's talk about, obviously, He-Man's mum's in it. Obviously we don't know much about what they're going to do with these characters. There's not really much you can do with them other than give them sort of like period piece costumes. But looks pretty cool. What else have we got here? Oh, the sorceress. Now, we've seen the sorceress in the trailer. She looks like she's wearing white. But the picture I've seen on here, she's actually wearing the sorceress outfit that you'd expect her to wear from the TV show. So I'm not sure. Again, a lot of these images have been released, but some of them might be AI that someone's chucked in with the release stuff. So if I have got an AI image on here, I apologise. It did come in the same lot that the official release one, so I'm not sure if I could trust the post it was on. But if this is it, this looks phenomenal. And it's that girl that was in Deadpool. She was in Gotham as well. She's a quite good actress as well. Very attractive woman, but good actress as well. Obviously, Evil-Lyn. She looks like a nasty piece of work, doesn't she? Again, they've kind of taken it away a bit from the costume, and you can see the costume there. The design is basic to the costume, and it does look good. And it doesn't look enough blue in it for me, because she's kind of like very similar colour match to Skeletor in the cartoon. So this, they've gone for more purpley and more sort of like black leatherish looking thing. It does look good. I'm not gonna lie, it does look good, but I'd like it to look more like the cartoon a bit more. But I can deal with that. It's not the end of the world. Let's get on to the one that gave me issue in the trailer. So, Cringer and Battlecat. Obviously, we see them in the trailer. You see Cringer standing there in the trailer. He's not the Battlecat. He's obviously Cringer. And then we see him walking. And then you see him growling and looking aggressive. And I remember thinking to myself, that doesn't work. Because when he's Cringer, he's cowardly. That's why he's called Cringer. He cringes. He cowers down. And you always see that, like in the car, where he's always like, "Oh no, He-Man, I'm in trouble," that sort of thing. "I'm scared, He-Man," that sort of thing. He would do that, and then only when he gets blasted with the sword and he gets the power, he becomes Battlecat. He gets more confident, more aggressive, more thingy. So in that trailer where we saw him like as Cringer, I was a bit like, "Oh, what they're doing now." Now, if the images I've seen now that are being released are what we're going to get, this is absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to put them up there now. We get Cringer looking cowardly, as he should do, as the cat. And I like the fact that if this is all real, because you never know. It's so weird now. You don't know anymore, because AI looks so real these days. There's that. And then we've got this AI like CGI stuff. So then we've got Battlecat here. And Battlecat looks absolutely amazing. Like, this is phenomenal. And I wonder if in the trailer they purposely haven't shown you him with the crown on, like Battlecat, like the war armor stuff on. We saw him growl, but I wonder if the finished article of that scene is with the crown on. The same with like Beastman. Of course, when you see him in the trailer, he doesn't have that chest piece on, but I'm wondering if they hadn't finished it yet, and then now they're going to be putting that on later. I'm not 100% sure, but I do love this image of Battlecat, because this image of Battlecat is proper, like it's that, isn't it? It's basically that. It's as close to that as you can get without it being animated on a piece of paper. It looks fantastic. I've always loved that green tiger as well. I'd love to. I wonder if you can get a tiger and paint it green. Anyway, who else we got to talk? So Dan He-Man, Dan, and obviously let's go on the crown jewel. Now, when they announced Jared Leto in anything now, I kind of get a little bit worried, because he's an actor that likes to put his own stamp on things. He likes to do his own thing, and sometimes it doesn't work. Now, obviously, famously, the Joker didn't work, like what we saw the Joker, but then we never really saw his Joker. We saw parts of it. Obviously, I never liked the look of it. I'm a Mark Hamill Joker fan, like from the cartoons, and when I read the comics, that's that voice I hear. But since Heath Ledger did the Dark Knight, everyone that does the Joker since has done like a Heath Ledger impersonation, which kind of annoys me. And he kind of did that voice and voice, and you don't need that. The Joker to me, oh god, I've locked the screen now. The Joker to me is just a whirlwind, and you don't need to do a Heath Ledger impersonation to make the Joker, because Heath Ledger is not the Joker. He's a version of it, and it was a fantastic portrayal of it, but that's not the Joker. And then when Jared Leto took it on after Heath Ledger, obviously he had a lot to live up to, and he just went, "Oh, I've got to do something mental, I've got to do something crazy," and he added all the tattoos and he made it more gangstery, and he had the grill and all that, and I was just like, oh no. And it didn't look right. And then when you saw some of the acting, that weird laugh he did and all that, it didn't feel right for the Joker. But this is Jared Leto. Jared Leto likes to go crazy with stuff. He doesn't just like do normal stuff. He's very method. He's very detail. Like when he did the Joker, he did all this like weird stuff with the car. So he'd send them like limbs and stuff in boxes and weird stuff like dead animals in boxes and that. He was really weird. Like he tried to get really into that character. Only when it come onto the screen, we got Suicide Squad. It didn't work, and a lot of the reason it probably didn't work is because we never really saw it. Because apparently there's a cut of that movie where he does a lot more in that movie, and there's a lot more Joker stuff in that movie. But for whatever reason, the directors cut it all out. I mean, there's a red carpet scene where when a reporter goes, "What was it like being in Suicide Squad?" And he actually answered with, "Was I in that movie? Was I?" So we never got to really see the stuff that he was trying to portray. It's such a shame because maybe it would have turned out heads, and maybe we might just go, "Oh," because when Zack Snyder redid the Justice League in his own way, he put him back in it. So obviously he had plans for it. So I do often wonder. So anyway, now he's doing the Skeletor. And I was like, also Morbius. He did Morbius. That film didn't land well, but I think that was more of the film than anything. I didn't mind Morbius. Dodgy CGI in that film, but I didn't so much mind it. It wasn't the worst film I'd ever seen. I ain't gonna lie. But a lot of people didn't like it. It was because that whole that weird Marvel thing they were doing where they were making heroes out of all the villains and that why. But anyway, so that was an interesting one. But here we've gone to Skeletor, which is obviously the main event. It's one everyone's talked about in the trailer being the best thing they've ever seen. This is phenomenal. The look of him, the staff. Oh, I think this might actually not be the right one. This might be a AI one because that staff looks very different than the one we saw in the trailer. Because the one in the trailer is kind of bowed, so maybe this isn't 100% a real image they've released, but I don't know. But if you look at it, like it looks fantastic. The face of him, the red eyes, the hood's there. He's wearing that sort of like top piece bit. Now, someone online did actually put up a picture. I don't know if I can find it again. It's probably on this video. I'll never find it again. It was on Facebook. Well, they added straps underneath. So it was more like that. So you had the straps here. They added that to the picture and it looked better. And it's one of those things where people often come along with like the technology they've got now and talented individuals will come along and make things better. Like that guy did it with, The Mandalorian. He went and redid his own version of Luke Skywalker, put it online, and then, what was it like? Lucasfilm, whatever it was, Disney, saw it and was like, that's better than what we had, and hired the guy to do it the next time. That's a fantastic story. And I've seen other things like with Henry Cavill where they took the moustache off and then someone else redid it and made it look better and stuff like that for Superman. So it does happen when people add things, and sometimes all it takes is a little thing to add to it. So those straps on this made it look better, even though it's already good, but they made it look better. And I think it's really good that they've done that. But however, the Skeletor we see here, it looks perfect to me. You couldn't get, maybe you could get a little bit better, but I don't think to match with the image of the film, the way the film plays out, this is perfect. So these are the characters we've seen so far. Again, if any of them are AI or whatever, they don't come out this way or anything, I apologise. It's just what I can find on the internet. I mean, I know they definitely released the He-Man ones and Teela and all that was definitely released by the company of that. But on the posts I've seen, there are these other images added, which is like Beastman and Sorceress. I'm hoping this is what they look like, because if it is, they bloody nailed it, and let's be honest with you. But yeah, I'm loving this film so far. I'm loving the trailer. I mean, I'm the guy this is aimed at, you know. Other than you for today that are going to want to watch a fantastical film, Marvel-esque type movie, I'm the guy that watched this as a kid and wants to see his childhood come back more than anyone. When they release other films, like they released the Transformers movies, like back in the Michael Bay when it did all those, I wasn't a big fan of those. It didn't look like my Transformers. Like Optimus Prime had flames on him and stuff, and Bumblebee looked different. It didn't look right. And I never enjoyed those Transformers movies until I watched Bumblebee recently, and that one's brilliant because it makes it look like it did in the 80s. And even at the end when you see Optimus Prime and all that lot driving along, they're in their original vehicle forms, like the British style truck and the red and no flames. It looked better, and I was so happy seeing it. I was like, oh, my shoulder's back again. And then they did the Power Rangers movie not so long after that, where they made it look too much like Iron Man. All the Power Rangers looked wrong and didn't look as good. And the Zords looked too flashy and stuff. It didn't look right. And what did they do with Goldar in that bloody thing? They made him some weird gold mutant monster, like some weird like machine. Oh, it was weird. I messed that right up and that. But they could have had something gold with that. Pardon the pun. Could have had something like golden with that if they'd just gone, we'll make it look more like the original, because that's what people want to go and see. This is a film where I'm going to want to take my kids to see it, because it's going to be me going, oh, this is what I loved when I was a kid. This was great when I was a kid. I remember watching this. I remember I've got all the toys. You know, I had all these toys and stuff. And if I see some of the toys, that's going to make my heart like go. Because that's what nostalgia does. It helps you, it heals your heart. When you think about what you're like when you were a kid, it makes you feel really good about yourself. And that's what this film has potential to do for people in their 40s like myself, who watched these things as a kid and enjoyed them and had the videos, had the comics, had the action figures and stuff. That this is for people like me, then to show my children and my kids go, oh my god, that's what's that character, what's that character, and we can talk about it, and it's so lovely. So that's what this film's going to do. I really can't wait for it to come out, and I'm just excited to see this one, because I think it's going to be better than I originally thought it was going to be. When they first announced it, I was like, oh, here we go again, another one. But this trailer boosted me. The images I've seen have boosted me. Even if the film turns out to be a naff story, the images are still going to flood that nostalgia back at me, which is going to be lovely. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. What do you think of these images? Do you like them? What was your favourite image of this lot? I'd really like to know. And do you think we want to see Panther, which was like the evil version of Battlecat? Ooh, are they going to save that for the sequel? Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you again very, very soon for more movie stuff. Bye.